The thing is, I originally wasn't going to talk about the end of Steven Universe, even though like I've been a big fan since I was young. Man, this last episode, man. Okay, this is gonna be a controversial opinion. I didn't like it. It's not like oh my god, this is so hard. I didn't hate the show. I didn't hate the show at all. The show's really good. I absolutely love it. But the ending did feel a little anticlimactic, in my opinion. Don't dislike the video. It's just an opinion. Come on, it's okay. Like, I feel... I'm probably just saying this because right now I literally just finished watching the episode. And I'm feeling a little empty, you know? You know when you finish a show and you know for a fact that you'll never see it again? I got that feeling when I finished Hunter x Hunter, which is literally my favorite anime to ever exist. Very, very popular show. You know Gravity Falls? When that show ended, I also felt a little empty inside, knowing it will never come back, even though they have a lot of room to come up with more. Like, even with Steven Universe, they have so much room. Like, there were so many good theories on what characters could do or what they can be. With this series so far, well, not so far, just completely, there were no antagonists. Like, it was Steven, he was the antagonist, if you want to call him the antagonist. Like, literally, there was no stakes, there wasn't really any fighting. Yeah, we had Bluebird, we had Plant Steven, well, Cactus Steven, and just Giant Monster Steven. That's it. Even in the outro, you had the giant purple looking diamond, the purple looking white diamond, but that was also just Steven, but like that wasn't even a fight. He tried to shatter her. That's about it. There were no stakes, there were no antagonists, there were no, like, story-wise, there was no oomph. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There wasn't the thing that people really, really love about Steven Universe. It was probably the pacing of the show and how much they changed Steven Universe. Honestly, with certain shows, I like when they change things and I dislike when they change things. With Steven Universe, they went from this super happy kid that wanted peace and love on the planet Earth. Then he went from that to wanted to destroy things and felt happy because of it.
I have been holding back.
And he was like in this weird duality where he really liked it, but he hated himself for liking it, for being angry, for being emotional. Honestly, it's just teenage hormones, but at the same time, it was so different for the show. Like, the whole pacing, like, he wanted to love, but then also he had so much hatred and so much bent up stress and anger. I feel like this season was mostly meant for people who suffer from a lot of like mental health or like stress. Steven has a psychiatrist now at the end of the series, which is a good thing, because he really needed somebody to talk to about his feelings. Because sometimes as a teenager you feel like you can't go to your friends and family, so the best thing to do is talk to a professional. I'm guessing that's what Steven did at the end of the show, which is a good thing, which we never got to be introduced to that person. Maybe it's a gem, maybe it's not a gem, who knows. But the show overall it had such a different feel and a pace. Honestly, I enjoyed it because it was so different. Like, we were used to Steven Steven slowly gaining new powers, trying to like explore some of his past. But then with this series, he already knew about his past, or most of it, and he got a lot of stuff was answered except
the chest. Oh my god, the chest.
We don't know what was in the chest. We don't know. It was just opened in Steven Universe Future. We don't know. And even now on Twitter, like, people are asking Rebecca Sugar, what the hell was in the chest?
I love again. They've already found someone. Just let us adore.
We want to know. Now there's going to be lots of Steven Universe memes of what was in the chest. There's a lot of stuff that went unanswered, but most of it was answered in Steven Universe Future. We got to know who the monster was in the background. like who the big baddies were. Honestly, I thought there were going to be a lot more episodes, and I thought there was going to be like a big fight and whatnot, but there wasn't any of that. It was just they hugged Steven. That's about it. A lot of people hoped for Pink Diamond to come back, you know, his mom, or Rose Quartz, to come back. She never did. Well, maybe it's because people predicted it so much to the point where it just never happened at all. And also, you could say that Rebecca Sugar already knew what was going to happen at the end of the series, because she drew Lars in Space years ago, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, which is a long time. You know, she already knew exactly what was going to happen. I really like anime because there's lots of fights and whatnot. And Rebecca Sugar is a huge anime fan, which I enjoy, and that's why this show felt so much like an anime, but also an American cartoon at the same time. It's a little weird. The oomph that was being missed, like they could have at least answered some of the questions, like what was in the chest, or given us like a small hint as to what would happen in the future, like in the Steven Universe future. Like, is he going to marry Connie? Is Lapis and Peridot ever going to fuse? Like, there were so many things that they could have done, but they just never did. They could have even made like a cool antagonist. You know how they have like the gems and they're all like just stones, like diamonds, a quartz, etc. Like a ruby or whatever. Like, they're different types of gems. Why couldn't they make like a cool antagonist where there are different types of metals, like iron, titanium, aluminum? Like, so many, like, there's so many cool ideas, but they just never did. And Homeworld, they were sitting there building an army for what reason? We don't know. They never answered that either. Was there other antagonists or other alien races they could have fought? Who knows? They never said it. They never introduced any other alien race besides the gems. That's it. I'm guessing Rebecca Sugar, like, she's been working on this for far too long. Like, she worked on Adventure Time for a while, and then went on to make her own series, which is Steven Universe, and then she just kept on rolling. God, this sounds like a big, like, rant. But I feel, I feel a little empty inside right now. Like, a big part of my life just left me because of this show. I've been watching this show for years, and it shaped a lot of who I am. I want to thank Rebecca Sugar for, making Steven Universe, because it helped me become who I am. Like, I'm proud to be myself. I'm a lot more open with people now. I love a lot more. I got to see people through different perspectives and lenses. I got to be more open-minded with things. I just, this show really shaped who I am, and a small part of me is afraid to let this series go, because I'm like, maybe I'll find a different direction in life, and I kind of don't want that. And Steven Universe was kind of like a way for me to see what happens to me personally. I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know. I'm just sad the show's gone. I don't know. Oh, God.
I'm not gonna cry or anything like that.
I'm not sad. Actually, I still feel very empty inside because the show's gone. So I'm not feeling depressed or anything. I'm just, that feeling of you just want more. God. But we're also being very greedy, because we gotta let the showrunners have a little bit of a break. Maybe they're going to make a different show altogether, and I hope it's just as good as Steven Universe. I said that last time for when Naruto ended, and then they just boom came out with Boruto, and then the guy ended up making Masashi Kishimoto ended up making that samurai thing that wasn't really as good. The Tale of Hachimaru. Okay, anyways, I've been ranting on for a while. Like, there's so many, there's so much I want to talk about, but it's just the end of Steven Universe. And hopefully Rebecca Sugar answers some of her stuff on Twitter. We'll just have to see. But for now, like, subscribe, and peace.